It's been a minute. It's been a while since I've recorded anything for you. Good to see everybody. I was reading this summer about the ChatGPT study that MIT students did, and it was very, very scary, very telling. Basically, the study reinforces those things that I'm seeing in the class anecdotally. And you should read the study for yourself. There's a couple of news stories on it you can read. Time Magazine and a couple others covered it. But I wanted to address it because the implications are very, very profound for this. Basically, they took a small group of students, had them write some essays. Some students used ChatGPT from the beginning of their essays, and then some were brains only and had ChatGPT enhance it at the end. And the study was incredible, which is those students who started out with ChatGPT, in many cases, struggled to even retain or go back and explain what they wrote later. Those students who were brains only and then followed up with ChatGPT at the end, it augmented what they did. Not only could they tell you what they wrote originally, but it enhanced what they did at the end. So the moral of the story is this, that we need to make sure that students are using ChatGPT as a tool and not a crutch. And I'm seeing it in the classroom where students are so addicted to having ChatGPT write essays for them, do their homework for them, just put in writing prompts, that no matter what the consequences are, I've caught kids cheating 3 and 4 times because they simply can't wean themselves off. It's almost like an addiction. Again, this is not in the study from MIT. This is just what I'm seeing anecdotally in my classroom. But the last 2 or 3 years, it has been it has increased exponentially the amount of issues students are having with relying on this technology. Now, this technology is going to be with us for the remainder of history. ChatGPT and OpenAI and AI are not going anywhere. And if we use them as tools, they can be incredible. As much as I'm a critic of using ChatGPT and OpenAI for homework and other issues, I think they're terrific at um, augmenting learning, and I actually use them sometimes to do lesson plans and things. Again, after I have my lesson planned out, know what I want to do, I will have ChatGPT augment it. Now, again, this technology is not going anywhere, and used in the right way, it's incredible. But it's incumbent upon all of us, parents and teachers alike, to demonstrate that this is a tool and not a crutch. Again, I'll repeat that because it's that important. We need to teach students that it's a tool and not a crutch because many of them are misusing it and using it as a crutch. What we do over the next 3 to 5 years is going to have monumental impacts on what happens in society, what happens to America, how we compete in the world. We need to make sure that students are still thinking critically. That is the whole purpose of education. The purpose of education is for teachers to create situations where students have to think critically. The growth is in the struggle. We need to create situations where students are struggling, and we need to teach them it's okay to fail, to teach them to be resilient, to teach them to think critically, think creatively, all of those things. In ChatGPT, when used initially, this study seems to infer that it is it squelches those things. It completely defeats of what we're trying to accomplish as teachers. A lot more research needs to be done on this. We need to invest a lot of research manpower into figuring out what the implications are for students using it as a crutch, using it as a tool, and to teach teachers how to implement it into the classroom. Me personally, this year, as part of the scientific method unit that I'm going to be teaching, I'm going to have students actually read the study, and I want them to poke holes in the study because it was a small sample size, and it was only testing essays. But again, the results are alarming enough that we need to pay attention to this and devote a lot more research to it. All right, teachers, keep being heroes. Great catching up with you. I'm going to start filming some videos and putting them out there. But this one's important for both teachers and parents. And please share it, because the implications of what this study show are very, very profound and going to have a huge impact on society, and if the United States remains world leaders. Have a great school year. Keep being heroes. Colster out.